Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with another Sims 3 tutorial / mod overview video. This is going to be about how you can get enhanced skills and hobbies and new hobbies in general added to your Sims 3 game to make it a little bit more like the Sims 2 Freetime in terms of the amount of things that you can do. Now, first of all, I want to apologize if there's any noise in the background because there is a thunderstorm happening right now. But this is like the third time I'm re-recording this video, so at this point, if there's thunder, it is what it is. One disclaimer that I want to make right out the gate is that you do need a CC loader in order for this to work. It's just something that you install like a regular mod in your packages folder. It's going to be linked down below. There's a couple of mods in here that are going to need that in order to function the way that they're intended to. Okay, with all that said, there's going to be 8 different mods that I'm showing you. So that's a lot of different mods, and some of them are pretty complex, so this might be a meaty video. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first mod that I'm going to be showing you is the yoga mod. This is a super freaking cool mod. It's really well done. You'll get 2 different yoga mats that you can download. And what this does is let you practice yoga and learn different routines, and it ties into the athletic skill. So as you level up your athletic skill, you will unlock different yoga routines and everything like that. So it really enhances the athletic skill even further. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to practice yoga with Nancy here. Get your butt over there. So they'll change it to their athletic wear, and then they will start doing the yoga animations. And look how well done these animations are. They look like they could just be a part of the game. I'm not even sure if this was like ripped from like some sort of official EA content. I know they have some sort of yoga stuff on the store, so maybe it's a part of that. I don't really know. Oh my goodness, someone is laughing in my ear. Malcolm is going into the pool, y'all. But yes, I think this is a really cool mod, so I'll show you that, and then there's different routines. I'll show you the first routine that you can unlock. So this routine you'll unlock first. This is the stress relieving routine, and this is what this would look like. I'm not going to show you the other animations just because it's good to, you know, unlock them as you go. But yeah, they are unique animations for each routine. Look at that. Isn't that neat? That's really all that there is to this mod, but I think it's actually a really cool hobby that you could pursue. If you want to have a sim that learns yoga, now you can if you install this mod. Now, this is not one of the mods that requires CC loader. I'll tell you which ones do as they come across. This one you can just throw in your game, and as long as you have whatever required content the mod page specifies, it should work as intended. Alright, so I went ahead and turned off my game sound because it's raining and the ambient noise was just too much for my ears to handle. I cannot focus with all that. This next mod that I'm going to be showing you is the flower arranging mod. This is a freaking... This is also... I mean, all these mods are incredible. This is one of the mods that does require CC loader because it will add purchasable flowers to the grocery store that you can use to make different flower arrangements. But first, we have to earn a level. So we're going to have her dabble, and I'll show you what that animation looks like. So as you can see, it's a custom animation. It looks pretty good, actually. It gets the job done. It looks like it could be something that was made by EA or released on the Sims 3 store, and I love that level of quality. So as you level up, you'll learn different arrangements and unlock new things to do, just like in every other skill. So I'm going to have her reach level 1 so that she can start doing different arrangements, and I'll see you then. Alright guys, she's made it to level 1, and now we have the option to make flower arrangements and stock with flowers. So I'm going to just stock it with daisies and bluebells for now, because we need those to unlock some of the arrangements. So we'll do a daisies and bluebells arrangement, and you can see what that will look like. So it's the same animation, and but you'll get a different arrangement by the end of it. It's going to look unique. So here is the finished daisies and bluebell arrangement. As you can see, it actually does have daisies and bluebells in it, so it's not just like a generic flower that says which daisies and bluebells. No, this really is daisies and bluebells. And now you can put this out, or you could sell it if you would like as well. You can sell it through your inventory, or if you use the Open for Business mod, I believe that you're able to mark it for sale that way as well. Now, you can definitely pick wildflowers around in the world and then stock your flower arranging table with those wildflowers, but I'm going to do this the easy way and just shop for groceries because you can buy wildflowers at the grocery store, which makes this a lot easier. So I can buy like this, some lilies, dahlias, there's a lot of different flowers added, roses, and this is why you need to have the CC loader because none of these are going to be in your game if you do not have it, and I ran into that issue. So I'm just going to have her buy all the available flowers because they're rich anyway. So we'll go ahead and buy those and then head back to the flower arranging bench. So because of our level and the types of flowers that we have, we really only have one new arrangement that we can make at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and make that and show it to you. You do have to pick actual wildflowers in the world as well, and then mix them with the flowers that you find in the grocery store. So it's kind of like combining foraging and purchasing. to make different arrangements. So I'm going to show you what this other arrangement looks like, just to give you a taste of the variety that this mod has. So here is Summer's Morning. This is Chrysanthemum. I'm not even going to try to say it. I can say it, I promise. So here you can see 2 different arrangements, and I think they're really, really freaking cute. And yeah, there's a ton of different arrangements. Like, there are so many freaking arrangements, y'all. It's crazy, but I'm not going to sit here and level up and show you every single one. You should definitely go get this mod. Definitely dive into this skill because it's really, really fleshed out. It also adds a little bit more use to foraging for wildflowers, and maybe it makes it a little less broken because you're not getting like a $700 flower off the ground and then just selling it. You can make it into an arrangement and then sell it for a more realistic price instead of, you know, selling it for however much they are in the Sims 3 normal game. But yeah, that's about all there is to this mod, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, this next mod is also super awesome, and this is the sewing table. The sewing table allows you to sew different things like rugs. I'm not too sure what else after that because I haven't dived or, you know, gotten too far into this skill. But first we have to go ahead and stock the fabric, so we'll just put some fabric in there and have her practice sewing, and you can see what the animation looks like. So it's a pretty simple animation. I don't believe that the animation changes or anything as you level up. It pretty much looks like this, but you do unlock new things that you can create and you discover patterns. So you have to actually discover the patterns by practicing. So here we go. It's also a custom skill, just like the flower arranging. So we now have level 1 of the sewing skill. And here she says, "Ah yes, I just came up with a great project to sew and just drew the pattern for it. For the time being, I put it in my inventory." So now we can go to her inventory down here, and the pattern will be in here. And this is a modern oval rug that she's discovered. So I was using the mod earlier, and she did another carpet also that she discovered. But I reset her skill so that I could show this. So now that she's level 1, we should be able to start project. And we can go based on either of the patterns that I've unlocked. So I'm going to do the modern oval rug. As you can see, the animation is the same, so I do not believe that it changes depending on the project or anything. It was the same last time that I did it as well. Now, my one complaint about this mod is that the skill goes way too fast. As you can see, it is flying up. She is going to be level 3 already, and we've only been doing this for like 2 hours maybe. So that is one thing. It's definitely not tuned correctly in that sense, but it does unlock a lot of stuff for you to do. So here she's finishing the pattern, and it will be added to the family inventory when it is done. And you'll get this little pop-up here. Oh, never mind. She screwed it up, y'all. Guess I'll have to start all over again. Well, here is the one that I sewed earlier when I was testing this. And as you can see, it'll add it to your inventory if you do it successfully. So that's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that you could screw it up. But yeah, that's basically what that is. As you level up, you'll unlock more patterns, and it's just a really detailed skill, just like the flower arranging. So yeah, definitely check this one out. You do not need the CC loader for this one. So this is just a simple drag and drop into your mods folder, and you are ready to go. Okay guys, so the next skill is kind of like the sewing skill in a way. This is knitting. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. This is a very popular one. This allows you to knit different plushies and other things like that, and it's really detailed. So I'm gonna go ahead and have her start, and you can also knit rugs, hangers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can knit, and it's very, very cool. So we're just gonna start with this beginner project, which is the knitted bear. And as you will see, has its own animation, just like all the other mods. It's very detailed, has different levels. It's a custom skill as well. So she's going to level up and unlock new things as she continues to pursue this skill. So the thing about this skill is, if you're knitting, you can get a moodlet called head spinning, where you get like overwhelmed by your project and you have to wait. You can't just go flying through it. So I do like that because it makes it so that you don't just keep knitting indefinitely. You actually have to take breaks and slowly build your skill. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and have her continue knitting. Ignore the fact that she has like a water effect around her. She got glitched in the pool for some reason. So the moodlet went ahead and, the moodlet wore off, and I went ahead and had her continue. So she should finish the project pretty soon. All right, and she finished the project. So it says Nancy has successfully completed a knitting project. The knitted bear can be found in the family inventory or in Nancy's inventory if it fits. So if you like make a rug or something, it'll get put in the family inventory because that's where furniture goes in The Sims 3. It does not go in personal inventories. So now we have the bear, and we could just place that somewhere, and you can see she made a cute little bear. Oh, there we go. And this is just one of many things that you can knit. You can knit a lot of different things in this game. So it's crazy how much stuff you can actually knit in this game. So whenever you're done making a project, you'll put your knitting needles back in the bag. That's where the yarn is. And then you can start knitting whatever you want to knit next. So it's really, really cool. Alright guys, that's all there is to the knitting mod, so we're going to move on to the 5th mod. Okay, so this mod is a little bit different than the other ones. It is actually not a new skill. Instead, this mod adds new recipes and new ingredients to the game that can be planted as well. So these can actually tie into the gardening skill and the cooking skill, which is pretty neat. So this mod adds 19 new ingredients that you can buy, including things like baking powder, butter, condensed milk, cream cheese, flour, raisins. It's very much based on baking. This mod is called the Baker's Basket, and obviously all these mods are going to be linked down below. So this one is Baker's Basket, and this does require a CC loader as well because it is adding new ingredients to the game that can also be planted. So the plants that you get with this mod are an almond tree, cashew tree, cranberry tree, hazelnut tree, pistachio tree, vanilla plant, and walnut tree. And the seeds can supposedly be found out in the game. They spawn in regularly, so it'll be great for gardening sims if you want to have some new crops that you can grow. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through this list and add all the ingredients. Alright, so I went ahead and added all 19 ingredients to my list. Definitely not the cheapest, so poor sims might not be able to grab these recipes right away. Now I'm going to go ahead and run into the bookstore so that I can buy the recipes that the game adds. So this mod adds 22 new baking recipes. They are all unique and they're all available to be purchased in the store, and it looks like they all require varying cooking levels. So I'm going to go ahead and buy them all and probably just cheat my cooking skill up so that I can showcase some of these recipes. So I added all 22 recipes to my cart, and it's only $366, so that's actually pretty affordable. Now, these do vary in the level of cooking skill that you need, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure she has the max skill. So the great thing is, once you've learned all the recipes, I went ahead and taught her all 22 recipes. You can shop by recipe in The Sims 3, and you can just easily click and it'll add everything that you need to your shopping cart to make that specific recipe. So I'm just going to, even though I already purchased everything individually to show it off, I'm going to add all these recipes like this as well, just so that I know for a fact I have everything I need, because sometimes they need ingredients that come in the base game as well, and it's not just custom ingredients that they need. Okay, so I stocked up my fridge, and now I'm gonna make a handful of the recipes to show them off. And you basically don't need the baker's set or anything from the store. It's just regular stove. So you click on this, you go to desserts, and as you can see, we have all these desserts now that we can make. It's crazy. I'm just gonna pick a few of these and make them. So she is throwing it in the food processor. I'm gonna actually get rid of the food processor after this one, just so that you can see the animations, because they do have unique food models and everything showing off. But here's the first thing that we're making. I don't even actually remember what it is. This is the carrot cake. Look at that. Is that not so freaking... That looks so good. That is... Oh, that is crazy how high quality. It looks better than like a lot of the food in The Sims 3. So yeah, that's what the carrot cake looks like. I'm gonna get rid of this food processor because they will use it if it's there, and I don't want that. I want to see the animations. So, I mean, the animations are just the regular cooking animations, but the models and stuff for some of it are different. So let's go ahead and make some cashew caramel bars. Those sound delicious. So as you can see, she has cashews, some flour, some caramel out. Like, it all goes onto the actual animation. And she's got her level 10 animation, so she's showing off. But it's just, there's a lot of detail in this. It's not as good as maybe like Sims 2's animations, but like for a mod, they did a really good job at incorporating the ingredients into the animation. So here we have the cashew caramel bars. They are finished, and yeah, they look really, really good. This is making me hungry, to be honest. For our last one, why don't we go ahead and make some... Ooh, this is a hard choice, y'all. We're gonna make some pistachio cupcakes. We haven't made cupcakes. Once again, you can see different ingredients for different recipes. So she has butter and the pistachios and everything out for this one. So the cutting board and the ingredients used changes depending on what the recipe actually uses, which is pretty neat. All right, y'all, and here we have the finished cupcakes. Take a look at those. They look so good. Look at that. I wish I could get in with tab mode. Oh, I can, okay. My mouse is like not cooperating with tab mode, so I can't get in for a closer look even though I desperately want to. Here, let me get the angle right. And then go into tab mode. There. Oh. Okay. Yeah, no tab mode, y'all, but look at these different... This is just 3 of the recipes. They all have the same level of detail and care put into them, and you have 22 new recipes added to the cooking skill. I think this is a great way to enhance the cooking skill and add new stuff without having to get the stupid baker's set from the store, because this is just as good. And honestly, like, I think the food actually looks a lot better Alright, but that's the end of this mod, so let's move on to the next one. So this is probably going to be the strangest of the mods that I'm going to show, but I'm going to show it anyway because I think it's really neat. This is a hunting and gathering mod that allows you to hunt the minor pets in the game, as well as deer, and raccoons. And you can also look for mushrooms and wild plants. So basically you click on the ground, and you just click, you know what you want to hear, hunt. So I don't have any deer in the world right now, apparently, but I can hunt large birds, minor pets, raccoons. Let's hunt large birds. Click on the ground, and he's automatically going to go and find them to hunt them. So he has found the large bird. Now, if you want this to be more immersive and don't want to just click on the ground and have them hunt, you can actually go around the world and look yourself and then click on them and hunt them that way. But that's not what I'm going to do. And you can also hunt for their eggs too, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to have him hunt this. It is kind of sad because I'm a vegan. I love animals. But it is, you know, people hunt. And so the animations for the small animals aren't quite there. And he failed, so the bird got away, which is kind of good. So he's going to hunt for another large bird, and he'll just keep going until he finds one. All right, he's found another large bird. Let's see if he can catch it. Oh, he got it, y'all. So if you successfully hunt the small animals, you stomp them to death. It's violent. It's very violent. But you can see we hunted him, and we got an egg for that. You can get meat for some of the, like if you hunt squirrels or like lizard, like it's kind of random a little bit. I've gotten cheese for hunting a hedgehog, so it just kind of gives you like a grocery, but usually it's meat, eggs, or cheese, which is, you know, kind of realistic. It's a good way, especially if you're playing like Castaways Challenge or anything like that, and you want a way to get food that feels a little bit more nature-based. This is a great mod to have. So here he's gonna go for another one. Let's see what he gets for this one. For that one, he got an entire roast, so that was a big parrot, y'all, because he got a roast for that. So I'm going to have him go ahead and hunt deer so I can show that off, because I think that's one of the cooler parts of it, and it actually gives deer a purpose, because deer don't do nothing in this game. So he's going to go ahead and find the deer, and like I said, if you want to, you can go track them down yourself if you want to be a little more immersive. Oh my god, it's like right on the sidewalk, because you can click on it and hunt that way as well. So he's going to hunt this thing. And so you can see it plays a fight, and if you win, the deer dies, and if you lose, the deer kicks your ass. Okay, we won. And for that, we got 2 steaks, 1 link. So basically, you just get meat. And the deer definitely give you a lot more meat than the smaller animals. So that is basically all there is to this mod. You can also hunt for eggs, and you can look for mushrooms, wild plants. So it's just a really good way to like automatically gather things as well. But I think this is like a kind of a... It's weird. It's definitely weird. But, so, you know, this is a real hobby in real life. People do hunt, so it adds a little bit more realism to your game if you want to have a sim that hunts. And it's actually really good if you're like a broke-ass sim, because you can get groceries this way. But yes, that is the end of this mod. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, this next mod is extremely simple. It allows children to play musical instruments, which I think is really neat because it makes a lot more sense to start out as a kid in your musical journey than to not be able to. So I think this just makes it a lot more fun to play musical sims, especially if you're if they're part of like a generations play. You can now start playing these instruments as kids. So I wanted to test this because I knew for a fact that guitars could be played. It doesn't look like you can play the bass, but it does look like you can play the piano as well. I'm not sure about the drums. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm placing down the drums now so we can see if that also works or not. I'm thinking the late night instruments do not work. Oh, no, they do. So it's just the bass, it looks like. Probably just because of the size of it and everything, it would be too awkward to animate. So, yeah, he can play the guitar. He can play the drums. I'm going to get back because it's going to get loud. And then he can also play the piano. And it basically just is the same way that it is for adults. You get all the same skills. Oh, he's aging up, y'all. Okay, well... You get the gist of it. You know what it looks like to play the piano. So that is the end of this mod. And there is one more mod that I'm going to show you. It's a very simple one. And it kind of ties into this one in a way. This last mod is called the Gig Scheduler Deluxe. I'm not going to be able to showcase this in too much detail because my sims don't have a band and I also don't have the proper venues placed. But basically, if you have bands from late night, they do not work in other worlds usually very well. Like with gigs, you don't get gigs. This allows you to click on this board here, and if you're in a band, it'll give you the option to find new gigs, and then you just have to pick which lot you want the gig to generate for. It's a little bit cheaty, but because of the way that the bands work, it's the only way to really make them functional in The Sims 3 in other worlds other than Bridgeport. So this is a really, really great mod to have if your sims are musical, they have a music hobby, and you want bands to work. So that's pretty much all that is. It's very, very simple, but it's like a necessity for me now if I'm playing sims that have a band. Alright guys, and that's about all that I have to show you. This is a pretty long video, I'm assuming. I haven't edited it yet, so maybe it will be shorter once I cut out all the fluff. But that's a lot of different skills that get added to the game, enhancing music, enhancing cooking. I think that it really brings The Sims 3 closer to The Sims 2 Freetime in terms of its hobbies and skills, because The Sims 3 already has great skills, but it just gives it that little extra oomph. And it definitely makes the game more fun to play if you've been playing it for a while and you want new content to experience. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like to let me know, and subscribe for more if you really enjoyed the video, because I'm going to keep making videos about The Sims 3 like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.